I am expecting and I am hoping for you guys to keep an open mind. It took me courage as well to come up here and talk about. I didn't get my period for running 5 months. So I was asked if I was sexually active. Honestly, I was shocked. I got nervous. I took a couple of pregnancy tests, guys. I think I have tested like 6 pregnancy tests. For me is a blessing. Of course it is a blessing, pero those of my age who are trying to speak up for reproductive health are getting condemned by the older generations kasi nga it's still somewhat like a taboo. Hey sunshines, it's me Joshien. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my vlog. It's been 3 months. Ayan. Almost 3 months. Actually, 3 months na pala. 3 months since my last upload here in my channel. Please do not be mad at me because I have a number of reasons why I was gone. This vlog will serve as a comeback vlog. More like an update vlog, how I'm doing, what I've been up to, my life the past few months that I haven't uploaded anything. This is actually my second time filming this vlog. The first time I tried to film it, it was bati because daghang background noises and it's just so messy, and I decided to refilm because you guys deserve a good storytelling. So I hope you guys will stick around till the end of this vlog. Please do grab your coffee, your tea, or just generally be comfortable in your places right now. So let's go to the first reason as to why I wasn't able to, upload. I really planned on taking a break from YouTube because last summer, this year's summer, I actually really got burned out from stress and with the amount of vlogs that I have produced throughout the summer. Especially that I also made the Siargao vlog series in which I had to edit 6 days straight for an everyday vlog of my experiences in Siargao. It was a success naman because a lot of you guys have loved it, and for me that's the point of everything, for you guys to be entertained and for you guys to enjoy my vlogs and for me to document everything, my experiences on my travel. But then I really can't deny the fact that having to do everything by myself, like editing for instance, especially editing, I got really burned out. I also had to squeeze in a couple of projects in which for me is a blessing. Of course it is a blessing, pero the amount of stress that my body has gone through throughout the summer was crazy. I wasn't really able to say balance everything properly. It also is a learning experience for me. And another reason why I also had to make a pause from YouTube is because of my academics. Lo and behold, for those of you guys who didn't know, I am a 3rd-year student in political science, majoring in international relations and foreign services. The 3rd year is the most crucial year for students in both strands in USC Pol-Sci. I had to come up with new strategies that will help me with my time management and at the same time help me actively recall the information that are given to us, especially that it's so challenging kasi online lahat, mostly reading, so it takes a lot of self-motivation to actually acquire and remember all the information that is given to you and for the knowledge to actually absorb. So you really have to help yourself. Na-compromise yung pag-upload ko sa YouTube and sometimes my career also on other social media accounts, but I don't know, it happens, and sometimes I just feel like I need that occasional breaks from those things. Yeah, I just want to insert also how thankful I am that most of you guys are still sticking with me and are still sending me messages, uplifting me and reminding me of how much you guys admire me and how much you guys really look up to me on my sad days. Those messages are take a huge part on actually making me feel better. So thank you guys so much for taking time. You guys just don't have an idea how much it helped me. Anyway, probably the reason why most of you guys have clicked into this vlog is for you guys to, you know, hear me talk about my condition that I have been diagnosed last September. Yeah, last September, I am diagnosed with Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, or known as PCOS or PCOS, and quite a personal information. But you know, I felt like there is a need for me to talk about this. It has come to my attention the stigma that is linked with PCOS. So hopefully we're gonna talk about that. Also, I would like to set the mood a little bit. I am expecting and I am hoping for you guys to keep an open mind. I am actually second guessing, doubting myself whether or not I would share such, you know, information and experiences that I have. So it took me courage as well to come up here and talk about PCOS. Okay, so just a brief background or some fast facts regarding such condition. According to statistics, 4.5 million Filipinos are actually affected by PCOS, and 5 to 20% are women of reproductive age. So that means that this condition is common among 15 to 30 years old. PCOS proves to be the #1 leading cause of infertility in women. The reason for that is due to the presence of multiple cysts in the ovaries. So it could be both ovaries or one ovary lang. When you have this condition, you will experience an imbalance in your hormones. Your ovaries are abnormally producing more male hormones than female hormones. So because of that, women experience not having menstruation, do not get their period for a few months. So yung iba, umaabot ng years. Also, one of the effects is masculinization, meaning some women grow abnormal amounts of hair on areas that mga lalaki lang yung tinutubuan, on your chin, your legs, or parts where you usually see manly hairs. Also, if you have PCOS, you may experience severe acne or abnormal weight gain. Long-term complications may include diabetes, increased risk of ovarian cancer. So those are for worst case scenarios. But either way, those aforementioned effects of PCOS are already so draining. It's already so negative. From here, I just want to make it clear, guys, na I am not a medical professional, nor I have experiences in medicine. So all of these knowledge that I am about to share and I have shared earlier are acquired from personal research and of course my OBGYN. It is still best for you guys to also do your own research and contact your doctors for the right diagnosis, procedures, or medication if you're suspecting that you have PCOS or if you have PCOS already. Now let's start with how I found out that I had PCOS. The short answer for that is I did not get my period for 4 months, running 5 months, and that is only the most prevalent for me. I also experienced hair loss and acne. I actually suffered from acne from the early onset of this pandemic, and these are some pictures. The peak time na I have been suffering with acne, and I don't know if you guys observed this or some of you guys have figured this out. I was really shy and scared. I have gotten through that because of, you know, some great people as well and great support system. So let us focus on the main driving factor that made me think that I needed to go on a checkup. I did not get my period for 5 months. And I was alarmed because it was my first time not getting my period. And if you guys are going to ask me why it took me that long, the reason for that is I am naturally an irregular person. My body is really sensitive. Like if I have a slight change in my diet or in my sleeping patterns, I do not get my period for that month. So for instance, if it's my, you know, exam seasons, Of course, it's given na I have to study and I have to pull some all-nighters. Hindi na ako dinadatnan on that month. So in my circle of friends, most of them get their period for 4 to 5 days. Ganun, may mga umaabot pa ng 6 days. Pero for me, 3 days lang. I don't know if that's common to get dysmenorrhea whenever I get my period. So it's really bad, you know. So guys, June 2021, I did not get my period because I have been experiencing some life challenges that, you know, I'd rather not disclose because I think it's too personal. That made me not sleep for days. Siguro yun yung reason. On July naman guys, I did not get my period again. So I really think the huge reason for that is because of my Siargao vlogs. Because of sleepless nights. I was also accepting projects here and there. On the month of August, that was the start of our 3rd year. I was not expecting my load to be that, you know, we were bombarded with a lot of readings. August is already my 3rd month of not getting my period. Side note lang guys, during these months, I have observed already that I was starting to lose weight, and I knew that it wasn't normal because I wasn't even trying to diet. I wasn't even trying to restrict my food intake. Effortless akong pag-lose weight ato na time. I was starting to, you know, get distracted about it. I was getting alarmed. So, diba, 3 months na I did not get my period. So, I was also taking pregnancy tests in between because, of course, I have a boyfriend that time. I took a couple of pregnancy tests, guys. I think I have tested like 6 pregnancy tests and all of them are negative. No faint positive, no slight hint that I am pregnant. So yeah, I was losing weight and I'm also not pregnant. So it could be something else, and my friends were suggesting already na, uy, Joshien, magpa-check up na. On September 17, I decided to, okay, I think it's time to get a checkup. So, ayun. That time, I was in my province. I was here sa Dalaget that time, and there's no available ultrasound here. I had decided to just go to the city, wait for Matthew's birthday. Matt's birthday was September 20. So, after Matt's birthday, I have scheduled an ultrasound at Perpetual Soccer Hospital. That was the hospital na ni-recommend ng OBGYN ko, guys. So, I went there September 22nd. And there, I had transvaginal ultrasound. So, let's talk about that real quick. Usapang ultrasound, I turned off my aircon, guys, para, kasi medyo tugnaw na, medyo maginaw na, guys. I'm feeling a little bit chilly. How ultrasound works? So, I was asked if I was sexually active. And of course, I had to be honest, and I said, yes, I am sexually active. From that, they told me that I will be doing the transvaginal ultrasound, and I asked them why they asked me that, because it's a little bit personal. They told me that transvaginal is not feasible for those who are not sexually active. So, ayun, there's another option, and that is transrectal. May copy ako dito, guys. This is for those people who are experiencing some kind of condition. So again, transrectal ultrasound is done when transvaginal ultrasound is not feasible. So how it's done is there's a probe inserted inside your private area, 5 inches or 6 inches tall, but it's not entirely inserted, not the whole thing is inserted, just enough for them to see what's inside, you know. How it felt, honestly, I was shocked and I got nervous because of course I'm not used to inserting foreign objects inside my coochie. It felt weird, honestly, but it is not painful at all. The results came out, it was really fast, and there I have figured out that I really do have PCOS. These are my ultrasound results, and then it says here that both ovaries are polycystic in nature, exhibiting more than 20 immature subcapsular follicles, each measuring less than 1.0 centimeter in diameter. Syempre, binasa na ng OBGYN ko the results, and there I figured that I really do have cysts in my ovaries, both of my ovaries. And the first thing that my doctor gave me was some form of medicine that will force me to bleed. I don't know if that's the right term, but that's how I understood it. Name was provera. Ayan, I will show you a picture. It says that provera is a class of drugs called progestins and is a synthetic form of progesterone. And progesterone is a kind of hormone naturally produced after ovulation. So yun guys, I was given provera 10 milligrams a day. I was told by my doctor na I will get my period after my whole medication, after I complete the 7 days of taking provera. And yun, actually it got me quite worried because I did not get my period on the first 3 days after completing the whole medication of provera. On my 4th day I finally got my period. Finally, after 5 months, nakuha ko na yung period ko guys. Pero no one warned me of its side effects. Here's the part where I am very stoked to talk about because I feel like no one's really talking about this. First, I'm gonna talk about the tangible aspect, like the tangible side effects. Expect a really bloody battle. My first 3 days of getting my period back, there was heavy flow of blood, and you know, I changed my pads I think 6 to 8 times. The cramping, dysmenorrhea, sakit to ng jukog puson, so naa-jud ko dysmenorrhea. That time was probably 10 times, not really 10 times, that's exaggerated, but I think 3 times. There is, I was also very nauseous, kung suka-suka out of nowhere, keep on gagging. When you ask my friends or my family, kalit lang kumugag. Mas especially trigger siya if kanang after I eat, dira na ako medyo sige na ko gag. So that aspect is really something that I did not like. Things are all very inconvenient given that I live alone, and you know, I have to help myself. I'll get myself some heating pads. What I believe is not talked about a lot is the mental aspect. So from this, let's segue to the intangible side effects of the medication. Heightened depression, and I became very emotional. There's this one time na I was going out with my friends and I just cried out of nowhere. So that part was really, really hard for me, especially at night. Kasi nga, I live alone and there's no one to, you know, talk to, someone immediate to, you know, to talk to inside the house. PCOS really fucks up your mental stability, your mental system. If you know someone who's suffering from PCOS or is currently taking her medications for PCOS, please be extra kind to them. It costs zero of your money. So guys, even to all my male viewers right now, if you see awareness posts on social media about PCOS, you can share them. You can help create awareness with regards to this condition. It's a day-to-day struggle, especially for me right now. I'm 20. How much more those women who are, you know, who are trying to get pregnant and they're struggling. You know, I also invited myself to this online forum about PCOS. So women there are talking about how much they're trying to stay positive every day, you know, to be optimistic every day, end up getting mentally drained for nothing sometimes. A lot of acne, back knee. It's also because of PCOS. It's not super hard to, it doesn't cost you anything to be extra compassionate, to be, you know, to be empathetic. Anyway, let's fast forward. Okay, so let's go back to my story. My doctor told me to start my birth control medication to help me with my hormonal imbalance and to help me regulate my period. This is my birth control pill. Ayan, this. Already my third one. Am I right? Second one. Sorry, this is my second one. The brand name is Lizelle. So it is a generation 4 oral contraceptive. This is the same with Yaz. Yaz is another brand of birth control. My OBGYN advised me to start taking birth control pills on my first day of period. Pero if it's not possible naman guys na you take your birth control on your first day of period, you can take not later than your 5th day of period. This is not over the counter. You need to have a prescription to get Lizelle. On my first month naman of taking this, it worked. After finishing a whole box of Lizelle, I got my period again, so that goes to show that it's doing its job and it's working. And ayan, people were congratulating me, friends and family were happy for me. So, by the way, before I forget, regarding how I take this, I take this every day. My guide naman dyan, I don't know if you guys can see that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's the day here. To maximize the efficacy of the pills, you have to take them at the same time every day. So in my case, I take them every 3 p.m. every day. This one's not open yet, but I will open it for you guys para you'll see. This is a new set. So these are literally all the guidelines that you have to follow. I honestly did not extensively read the whole thing, pero you don't vape anymore, you don't smoke, you can still drink alcohol, and it actually depends on, how young are you with the brand. It doesn't depend on the brand, it depends on how your body reacts to the brand. So, for instance, gaining weight with this brand, I can always ask my doctor to prescribe me a different brand. See if asa ko masiyang, so you can do that. That's why it is important to ask your doctors first. We're almost done, and there are a few points na lang na I like to talk about regarding taking birth control pills. I made this TikTok video. It's about the good effects of birth control pills. It helped me with my skin, it helped me remove all my acne, and it helped me glow, and it also increased my cup size. Just like to clear it up na I am taking birth control pills for medical purposes, and that is to help me regulate my period, help me combat my PCOS. The name of the pill itself, birth control, so it would obviously prevent you from getting pregnant. Sensitive topic pa when you talk about birth controls, especially of my age. I'm a young adult, and those of my age who are trying to speak up for reproductive health are getting condemned by the older generations kasi nga it's still somewhat like a taboo to talk about birth control. So I really do appreciate those people who have reached out to me and asked me about birth control. However, I would still like to highlight that, guys, someone like me, a person in social media, can't just recommend pills. Yun guys, nawindang ako kasi someone messaged me on Instagram. That's not in any influencer's place to recommend things like this. Paulit-ulit kong sinasabi na it is still very, very important to go see your doctors. Yung mga OBGYN ngayon, they really do understand. They are very open-minded, guys. Speaking about the TikTok video, I deleted it, and I received a lot of negative reactions, and those were very unnecessary reactions because most of those people are talking about my body. I would just like to remind you guys that it's not right to talk about someone else's body or to comment about their bodies. It is not your place. I don't understand why they have to put out something like that. If it happens that you don't agree to what they say, or if you don't seem to be very pleased with what they're portraying, you can easily just scroll out or just approach them nicely. It's not hard to do that. And even if it did increase my cup size, this is not forever. This is not permanent. This is only temporary, so it will eventually subside soon when I stop taking the birth control pills. So to those body shamers out there, don't you worry, guys. This is not forever. So now let's go to the final remarks. Lifestyle changes. Sleeping early is kind of impossible for me because it's kind of ironic that one of the side effects of taking birth control pills is having difficulty on putting yourself to bed. Another is regarding my food intake. Because of my PCOS, I learned to prepare my food, cook my food. Ayun, char. Pero hindi naman the complicated ones. I'm still at the beginner stage. It's a journey of discovery because guys, PCOS is, I don't know if I'm right, PCOS is forever. Maybe it could be treated with medication, with proper lifestyle. Pero PCOS can always come back, and that's the hard part. Thank you to my family and my friends for supporting me, especially those times na I was taking provera. That time was the hardest siguro. Hopefully yun na yung hardest. I'm gonna leave a few links down below in the description box. Some helpful links that you guys can check out if ever you think that you have PCOS. Hopefully wala. And to those people like me who are already diagnosed with PCOS, guys, you can do this. Don't think that you're alone. You can always have friends, and you can have me. Message me on Instagram, guys. Email me. Know that I always try my best to reply. If I said anything that's not right or that's vague, feel free to correct me down below. I'm open to conversations. Let's make the comment section a little forum for us. So yun, thank you guys. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, and see you on my next vlog. Bye bye.